today I will be talking about I have my whiteboard down here. I will be talking about Subnautica Below Zero. I've been wanting to talk about it for a little while, but I put on a whole onslaught of videos for Gamer Tales. This is gonna be another one of those. So pretty much from what I remember from early access, for some reason I've been wanting to call it a demo lately. In the early access there are sea monkeys. So if you don't know what these are, pretty much they're the monkeys of the sea in simple terms. They will bring you materials later in the game, but in early game they are a bunch of assholes. Please don't mind the vehicles in the background because I'm recording this off my phone. So y'all be watching it as a wider view compared to what I would do for normal stuff. Also lately, I'm gonna break off for a moment. Lately, I haven't been able to record or edit or anything because I've been working on my college stuff. So I've been putting everything on the back burner and I really don't like the fact that I'm doing that. So Steam, I wish you would stop. And it did. Oh great, there goes chats. No, we don't need chats. There we go. So pretty much, I'm gonna leave majority of this unedited if it is in some way edited. So in the early access of Subnautica, the Below Zero one, the sea monkeys would steal your shit. Well, in this full release too, they would steal your stuff. So, and it's always the stuff that you're holding. For me, the sea monkeys took whatever they wanted. It wasn't what I was holding. So after that, oh, and I want to add on, during the early access, I could not find any more than one fragment. I only found one fragment for the sea lion, and that was it. So the entirety I looked around, I couldn't find a single thing. But besides that, the sea monkeys would steal my stuff. I wasn't happy. I had a knife, I had a scanner, I had another scanner. I don't know why I had another one. But, it was fun. Because by the time I found out, I'm like, okay, they seem kind of okay to be around. Don't trust that. I don't trust that anymore. So, by the time that I got near them, and I realized I was holding my scanner, they stole my scanner, and the funnier part about this, I couldn't get any of it back. And another thing about it, when they took it, they would kind of swim off, and usually they would swim off, but you could find them, you could potentially catch up with them and all. For me, I didn't get to, because they didn't just swim off, they went gone. Like they disappeared off the face of the earth. So that was a nightmare for me because I was slowly diving into rage because I'm like, this is my stuff. This is the only stuff I'm able to acquire. On top of that, I had to deal with lag. So I couldn't deal with having to move around so freely as other players could. So for me, being able to play it was kind of a nightmare, but it was very fun. Because when I mean lag, I mean it will play, freeze for maybe 10 to 30 seconds, and then it would let a few frames freeze again. You can hear the audio just fine, but swimming and all, oh my gosh, was it atrocious. If I'm using that word correctly, it was terrible. But besides that, hang on, I'm having to deal with that going on. So, besides having to deal with the lag and all that stuff, the sea monkeys really just disappeared. I don't know where they went. So, for me, I'm just like, these sea monkeys are part warper, meaning they just go wherever they want to go. I don't have to see them again. I hated it so much. So, from the early access, from having to just deal with the sea monkeys, I never got to deal with much of anything else. I had a promise that when the full release came out, if the sea monkeys were in it, I would make their whole kind go extinct. That might be going too far, but they actually enraged me because I couldn't get any of my stuff back, and it was already a nightmare trying to get either the materials or trying to find fragments because I only found one throughout the entire game without having to cheat or anything. So I'm just like, well, it's great. It's a great start. Playing the second game, it's gonna be a nightmare. So this year, I got in the second game for Christmas. It's been fun. It's been very intriguing. But not the Caecilerates. The Caecilerates scared the shit out of me. I love playing games and all, but there are some things I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't want to mess with that because I'm gonna die. So, I cannot remember what the other creature's called. It's the one that's loud and it roars, but it chases you all funnily to me. It says it has like maybe a relation to the sea dragon. I don't know what it's called. But it constantly roars and all. It was just swimming around above me, and I'm just like, hi, how are you doing up there? Could you please shut up? Nope, he didn't want to shut up. But by the time I looked down, I saw something just swimming in distance kind of gracefully. And it's kind of like a whale. This is not a glow whale, by the way. So, where I'm located is near the purple vents. If you know, you already know. So, and like I said, I'm not going to edit much of this. If anything, it'd be cool if I pretty much did have the time to do so. But I don't, sadly, today. Because I would have put in a picture of what it looked like, but I can't. So, the Caecilerate has, I want to say he has relations to, I want to say he has relations to a Reaper, but I don't know. But it's like a, I want to say purple, but it might be a kind of pinkish, heavily armored creature that has 4 mandibles, but it's like opens up to his mouth. So, and he looks like he's built for speed as well, dealing with all kinds of, like he is a predator. He's a Leviathan. And for a moment I thought this wasn't recording because I didn't see the time move, and I'm like, oh, there it went. It's hard for me to describe it without providing a picture because I'm someone who likes to provide pictures and all if I can. But yeah, he's just swimming in the distance, and then he just kind of goes down, he twirls, and then he just kind of gets up, twirls again, does his own little thing. I'm like, okay, I didn't know it was a Leviathan. I didn't know, what it was. I'm like, okay, it just stays over there. It just keeps to itself. Because I was focused on the thing above me. And what I didn't notice is it kind of edged a little bit closer each time it did the little twirling. But it was nowhere near close enough that I could get a good look at it. So, because I could only see a shadow, like a dark figure in the distance, so you can kind of make it out like a little bit, but not too much. And this guy just would not shut up above me, so I told him to shut up again. I look down, all of a sudden I see a mouth, just the place open, barreling towards me. And I'm like, screw that, I'm getting out of there. Zoom! I went all the way back to my base. I was just like, nope, 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 nope. I think that thing actually followed me. At least halfway to my base, because I don't think you can outspeed him in a sea truck. So, and from another perspective, I didn't outspeed one. Because I did get caught by that one, and I still did not like it. I hate it. I hate that creature, and it still bothers me. I don't know what about it bothers me, but it does. A lot. But, besides dealing with that. I have never set foot in the purple vents until 2 other times that I've had to. And I had to go back a 3rd time because I still haven't finished the game. So wish me luck that I don't die, because I don't like the caeciliaries. I'd rather deal with ghost leviathans, I'd rather deal with reapers, I'd rather deal with the sea dragon than deal with the caeciliaries again. I hate the caeciliaries. Something about it is not okay to me. What was it? Oh, the sea monkeys. So I promised that I would make the whole species of the sea monkeys go extinct. Yeah, I haven't done that yet because they proved that they're useful. I hate to say it in that way, but at first they were taking my stuff, so I'm like, okay, yeah, this is just useless. All it's going to do is aggravate me, so get rid of the problem before it becomes a major one later. Well, luckily that's not the case. I didn't have to kill them. They've proven that they can be kind, to an extent, because I still don't completely trust them. And pretty much because of an event that takes place in the game, they start being nice to you, bringing you materials, which I thought was really nice. The problem is, after I had to do another thing later, I'm afraid that they'll turn on me and start taking my stuff again, so I still don't trust them. But now, I will admit, I don't run over them like Jack does in his videos. I don't stab him or anything. But I would just watch and just like, yee, just all happy and all that, took it, and I'm just like, oh, it's cute. But I still don't forgive them for taking my stuff in the very beginning, because if they were to revert back to that, yeah, I'm just gonna kill them all again. I might make exceptions for a few, but most of them I'll probably kill off, because I don't trust them. So from there, I believe it has something else. Oh yeah, snow stalkers. I forgot about those. I'm gonna talk about the Arctic spires, I believe. Arctic spires, or is it glacial basin? Both sides have snow stalkers, but one has ice worms, which is another Leviathan class creature. You cannot kill it. So when I had to come face to face with snow stalkers, they would chase you and all that stuff. I might have ended up killing some babies, and I'm not happy about that. Because they were innocent. They didn't attack me. The parents tried to. So I was just trying to get away, and I realized it's just a big looping area that there's only one way out, and I thought about taking it. But I was looking for a PDA. Still haven't found that PDA. There's 2 of them I'm missing, which, from my knowledge, is on the glacial basin side, I want to say. Okay, so this took place on the glacial basin side. But I found a pangolin access point, which you get a little spy pangolin. You put them down there, and you can control them to get materials, open crates and all you can't get to. Or in the case of collecting a PDA. I was looking for PDA, so I got one, luckily. But as I was coming back, you could see your character standing there, and this scared me half to death. Because I'm controlling the little pangolin, so I don't know what would happen. But here goes the snow stalker just barreling at me at full speed. And I'm like, oh my god! I sat there like, what do I do? But I kept going toward my player because I'm like, maybe I can make it just in time to board a snow fox. I didn't. I got attacked. And I was like, nope. But it was the most terrifying thing because I'm controlling a little pangolin. So you'd think like, oh yeah, I need to get out of this, not continue being in the penguin's perspective going back. Nope. I hated that. And after I had had the issue of getting the PDA and all, I had to get my penguin back out, so I got it back out. The problem was the Snowstalker came back, so I had to abandon it, but by the time I come back for it, I realized I destroyed it by running over it with the Snow Fox. So that's dead, so I'm on my second one. I'm on my second one because I destroyed it with a Snow Fox. But on the other side, I'm gonna break to the ice worm because, so this is Arctic Spires. The ice worm can be very annoying rather than scary sometimes, but I enjoy how it is because it's awesome. I hate yawning so much, but it only gets worse as the day goes on. So pretty much with the ice worm, give me a moment to deal with this. So pretty much with the ice worm, it can jump, or I say jump, it can stab you and all kinds of other things. It can knock you off of your Snow Fox. So that's fun. And because of it, why are you flashing? What? What is it? I don't care about that stuff. What? I don't care. Shut up. There we go. Okay, good. You shut up. Finally. Yee. But, the ice worm, it decides to attack at one point. I couldn't find it anywhere. And then when I found it, it was right behind me. And to the side, it stabs. Like, right where my character was, like, right beside it. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. But I took a picture, so now I have that on my phone. But, it was terrifying. Because I'm like, oh, I'm that close to death. And, pretty much, I paused the game, I kept looking at it, and I'm like, am I actually going to survive this, or am I going to die? I have not died in the game yet, which is surprising. But I have a feeling that's going to be very soon. So, we'll see. And the squid shark, squid shark, I think that's what it's called. They're really cool, but they are not friendly. So no matter how friendly they look, don't trust them, please. And it's worse because they're about like the crab squid, where you'll lose power, but this time you get it just by touching them, I believe. But yeah, that's not fun. It's not fun at all. But I want to recommend going to the deep twisty bridges. If any of y'all are playing the game and y'all just haven't been there yet, it's a great source for diamonds, so it's not a waste. And 2, there is an architect thing in there. It just might pique your interest. But go check that out because I think that's really cool. And a lot of other people, as much as me, think that has a lot of potential for it, like being a bigger place. And I think it'd be really cool to see that into like a big area. So, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite areas of the game. So, I don't know. There's so much potential that's still in the game at the same time as this still, I want to say still great in the game, but I don't know. There's so much to it that it has its own beauty and all. But overall, I still have to put in my input that I enjoy the first game more than the second game. The second game has its own uniqueness and how it stands out from the previous game. So I like the fact that both of those stand apart, but they also have their own benefits and negatives. So I wanted to go ahead and throw that in there. And if there's anything y'all might want to hear about, such as just me talking about a game, playing a game, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I will be trying to record another video after this. Not today, but sometime maybe tomorrow. And I don't know whether to do another gamer tale, story times, or recording just a game. So we'll see. So for now, I am going to shut up and leave y'all alone. I'm sorry if I talked a bunch, but I am happy to record again. Whether that's very visible or not, I don't know, but I am happy to record. So without further ado, I will leave y'all to the rest of y'all's day, or not. And make sure y'all go drink some water. Don't be as bad as me. I don't drink too much water. I actually drank a bottle before this, so that's the good news. The bad news is I need to still drink water. So make sure you take care of yourselves. Bye!